Good day to all Tibetians around the globe. The last time we spoke, it was earlier this morning, and I did promise that I will return back to you uh, with some things that I've outlined earlier. So, firstly, I would love to get into the area of communication, uh, beginning from, or let's say starting from our loving TBC admin globally to the leaders, and from the leaders then to the barangays. Sorry, the term is in Filipino. It means communities. Yeah. Well, most of the politicians, they usually say grassroots, but it's one and the same. Okay. The concern now is that, are we reaching out our communities accordingly? Are we applying the code? Are we sending the right information? And where do we obtain the right information? From private groups, from leaders, from admin? Where exactly do we obtain this right information in order to safeguard all our TBC communities globally? Now, there's been quite a number of questions. Someone will come and say, no, I found this from a private group, but I'm not certain about this article or information. Could someone help? When we go through the whole thing, we picked up that at the end of the day, most of our communities, they are left with no information, meaning they don't get the right information. Okay. Let's look at the countries where TBC has been launched with elected leaders, of course. There has been quite a lot of challenges in those countries, but of course, leaders are governed by a protocol, as we all understand. You look at the country, there's a state president, and there is a code, there's intelligence, ministers, senators, and etc. So nothing is going to run just like that. There has to be a code, there has to be procedures. Just like in TBC, we are a private group of people, and we have the code. Code is everywhere. You look at the traditional networks, they have a code. You look at the MLMs, they have a code. You look at the trading companies, forex, stock market, there is a code. There's a code of everywhere. You look at the creator Jehovah God has the code. Every home has the code. So we will never prevail if we are running loose. So now, we fail to understand when there are good developments, not changes. I've mentioned that earlier. Developments on top of what we have already, like the suspension of the wallets, or I can say disablement of the wallets. People, instead of rejoicing that, wow, uh, this is good, finally, at least we can eradicate the scammers out of our system in order for us to run smooth. Since we have managed to have a banking partner, we should be rejoicing about that. But they are not looking at the whole thing that way. Instead, uh, they are working against the development. Now, it is the duty and the responsibility of um, the leaders to go out to the communities and deliver the message accordingly. Exactly what the TBC admin has outlined from the education blog, not an opposite. That's where we encounter some conflicts, because when we request the leaders to have a pre-meetings before the presentations, meaning we meet, we discuss, because every leader or everyone who's in a position to go and do a presentation, we present to different people. You understand those people, sometimes we don't know those people, so it's easier. We meet, you tell us about the territory that you're going to attend, and then we discuss, we share about the presentation, the type of presentation, what kind of people are there. We even encouraged all members to use their native language. That's what we are doing currently, of course. In some areas, we have to use their native language in order for them to understand. So, but only few of the leaders and stakeholders have listened, and they did approach us that, no, I have this presentation, and then I would like you to help me, and then we equip those people, and yes, most of them are doing well, and at the end of the day, we have new communities coming on board. That's how our number is growing. But we cannot go to the communities and from there we do the presentations, and from there they purchase the cranials, and then after that, as soon as they need help, oh, some of our people, they disappear. Then at the end of the day, it will come now hard on the leadership that this and that, this person, in the name of whoever came here, did a presentation, give us money, now that person is no longer attending on us, and that person has blocked our calls, things like that. This is not how TBC has set up the operation, or this is not how we should conduct ourselves in TBC globally. We have to be decent enough and respect that these communities we are talking about, we will love to see them out of poverty soon with us, but as soon